Unleashed Hollywood News. Tina Knowles and Mathew Knowles reunite publicly plus shocking revelations from her memoir Matriarch. In a moment that stunned fans and warmed hearts, Tina Knowles reunited on stage with her ex-husband Mathew Knowles during her Matriarch book tour stop in Houston, Texas. The event, hosted at the Smart Financial Center at Sugar Land on May 5th, turned from a powerful discussion into a public display of mutual respect and emotional healing. Tina, the 71-year-old designer, businesswoman, and matriarch of the Knowles-Carter dynasty, sat down with Destiny's Child member Kelly Rowland to unpack her life's journey and the raw revelations of her memoir. But midway through the evening, she invited Mathew Knowles, former manager of Destiny's Child and father to Beyoncé and Solange, to join her on stage. Tina didn't shy away from addressing the crowd, saying, "We have never bad-mouthed each other ever, and I would never do that. I thought, you know what we should do to show this united front? You should come down and come on stage." The two embraced warmly and stood together as Mathew offered kind words, walked Tina and Kelly to the front of the stage, and left the crowd cheering. It was a full-circle moment, two former partners, once caught in a storm of betrayal and personal upheaval, now standing in solidarity. Mathew had already publicly celebrated Tina's New York Times #1 best-selling memoir on May 1st, sharing a congratulatory post on X, formerly Twitter, that read, "Tina, congratulations on your New York Times #1 bestseller, Matriarch." It marked a public display of admiration despite their difficult past. Tina and Mathew's marriage officially ended in 2011, after over 30 years together. Their divorce was triggered by Mathew's infidelity, which resulted in a child outside of their marriage. Still, in interviews and in Matriarch, Tina reflects on their relationship with both honesty and compassion. "We are on good terms because we did a good job," she told Gayle King during an interview. "We did some really good stuff. And we raised some really great kids." In Matriarch, Tina delivers deeply personal insights, beginning with Solange's teenage pregnancy. When Solange became pregnant at 17, Tina tried to persuade her not to rush into marriage with Daniel Smith. But Solange pushed back fiercely, telling her mom and Daniel, "Fuck you and fuck my mama." After disappearing for 2 days, she returned, married Daniel in 2004, and welcomed her son Jules. Their marriage ended in 2007, but Solange emerged stronger, something Tina takes great pride in. The memoir also uncovers the story behind Beyoncé's unique name. Tina explains it was a clerical error on her birth certificate. Her family name was supposed to be Beyoncé, but the registrar wrote Beyoncé. Tina chose to embrace it and passed the name along to her daughter, who would turn it into a global brand. Tina also addresses years of tabloid-fueled speculation surrounding Beyoncé's first pregnancy. Despite multiple miscarriages, Beyoncé and Jay-Z finally welcomed their daughter Blue Ivy in 2012. Yet rumors circulated that she wore a fake baby bump. Tina was livid. "I wanted to curse some people out and scream," she wrote. "They had no idea what our family went through." Beyoncé remained silent, but Tina said she now understands her daughter's grace under pressure. Tina doesn't hold back about Mathew's pattern of cheating. "We were so good half the time," she writes, acknowledging their strong connection. But his behavior, begging for forgiveness, then repeating the same mistakes, ultimately pushed her to end things. The final straw came when she discovered he'd fathered another child, ironically while Beyoncé was being honored by Billboard. Even then, Tina returned to what she described as a situationship with Mathew, something she kept hidden from her daughters. But Beyoncé and Solange discovered the rekindled relationship on Mother's Day 2010. Beyoncé said little. Solange exploded. Despite everything, Tina insists Mathew was always a loving father. Mathew, meanwhile, has declined to confirm if Beyoncé's Lemonade album referenced him directly, especially the lines describing a father able to exist in two places at once. His response? "I don't know who she was referring to. I can only speak of being a proud father." Tina later found love again with actor Richard Lawson. They married in 2015 but divorced quietly in 2023. In Matriarch, Tina said there was no drama, just a realization that they didn't bring out the best in each other. At 69, she chose happiness and independence over settling. "I wanted someone to be happy when I walked in the room." One of the most powerful chapters details Tina's 2024 breast cancer diagnosis. After undergoing a lumpectomy, Beyoncé moved Tina into her own home to help with recovery. Tina described her daughter's strength and care, saying Beyoncé managed everything like a pro. "Exactly as my mother or I would have done," she wrote. In another emotional section, Tina describes her deep bond with her grandchildren, Blue Ivy, Rumi, Sir, and Jules. She writes about the joy of watching Blue perform on stage with her mother, and how being a grandmother brings her a type of fulfillment she never imagined. From career highs to heartbreaking lows, Matriarch is a candid look inside the soul of one of entertainment's most influential figures. And her surprise reunion with Mathew Knowles on stage shows that growth, forgiveness, and healing aren't just possible, they're necessary. Tina Knowles has lived many lives: wife, mother, stylist, entrepreneur, survivor. But above all, she's remained a matriarch, a guiding force in a family that changed music history. And now, with her truth fully unleashed, the world sees her not just as Beyoncé's mom, but as a story all her own. For more exclusive stories and Hollywood deep dives, don't forget to subscribe to Unleashed Hollywood News, where the truth never sleeps.